Hello everyone, I am DoodleMans86 and today I am looking at the Godzilla vs. Kong Heat Ray Translucent version 2 from Hiya Toys. From their Exquisite Basic series, Godzilla vs. Kong here is meant to utilize translucency through the spines and the atomic breath piece, meant to be his appearance in Godzilla vs. Kong when using his atomic breath. So, let's find out if there are any updates from the last sculpt and see if this guy is worth picking up. Taking a look at the box here, it is absolutely magnificent. This just brought back so many memories of the Playmates packaging, but here is the concept art of Hong Kong, which looks so beautiful. The nice indigo and purples in the back with the fiery oranges. And you have your figure and the moon in the back, which just looks so cool. I don't know why they put it there, but it does look very nice. And on the back, we have information and the figure as well as the city. And then here is the bottom. So yeah, there's the box. Let's get to the figure. We'll be starting out with the Sculpt Paint here. So this guy is based off his appearance in Godzilla vs. Kong, and if you've seen that movie and then Godzilla King of the Monsters, it is different. For some reason, the atomic breath almost looks a little bit different in each film, which is interesting to me. And in Godzilla vs. Kong, he was using that atomic breath to its full extent, especially during the Hong Kong battle with Kong. He just blasted everything away. So something I didn't mention in the last Hiya Toys video is that I love the sculpt. Something I forgot to say last time is that these kind of remind me of like mini articulated Spiral Studio figures or like Prime 1 Studio figures, but in a smaller scale and articulated. It just looks so beautiful. It's like having a mini statuette in your hand, and I just love that. So he basically has the same sculpt as last time. As you can see, there's the beautiful little head with the mouth. You can see they actually sculpted the inner workings, such as the fleshy membrane, all the right flesh where it is. The tongue has some sculpting work done on it, which just looks great. But as you can see, his skin is more gray rather than black. And beneath those grays, there's a lot of tans, lots of peaches, but there's also a lighter gray and brown dry brushing on top. I kind of wish they used a black instead of gray, but it does look nice, and I think it gives him that Godzilla vs. Kong look, because he also has some browns here and there, which look nice. So, he has that muscular armature, armor plating, lots of scaling. You can even see all the little dots here and all the texturing. That's just so nice. Look at that. That just looks beautiful. And you can see the base is blue, but the translucent spines are a darker blue, and they have the white in the center. This whole figure is translucent, but the spines are the most translucent, or the most apparent thing on this figure. So yeah, if you shine your light through it, you'll get some blues and grays. And I love the spines, the webbing between the spines. And something I always complained about with other companies is they never got the spines right, because in the movies they are flat, as you can see here. And I just love it. The flat look with all the lining done, all the crevices and specific markings of Monsterverse Godzilla all done there, as you can see. Light that passes through the lines here illuminates the crevices, which gives him the iconic Monsterverse Godzilla atomic breath look, which I think is so accurate and cool. And I like how his atomic breath look looks like crystals, honestly. It looks so great. So sculpting and painting, absolutely fire, and I love the translucency. This is a great looking figure. So if you have this figure in any other form, you will already know the articulation, but I will go over it. So for the jaw, we have a hinge. The tongue is also on a hinge. Oh, okay, the tongue just disappeared. And we have a ball joint here for the head with these pieces that are meant to cover gaps and look natural. So yeah, each of these aren't articulated like my dumb self thought, but hey, we all make mistakes. So yeah, looks up that far, down that far. You can shift it. Yep. And yeah, it's very nice posing, but the body can also help him look up and down. So we have a ball joint for the shoulder. Very nice. Goes all the way. Very nice. We have a swivel hinge for the elbows. That's lovely. We have a ball joint for the wrist. Although I want to mention that because of the soft plastic, although it does allow for smoother articulation, I think it kind of makes them a little more loose. Because specifically for me, the right wrist over here does like to pop out easy. Not too much, or not to an extent where I'd be like, oh, that's bothersome, but it does happen. So yeah, softer plastic, more articulation, but the joints may be a little softer, maybe a little weaker too. Here at the waist, you have the nice Goes all the way. If you guys remember, I didn't do it last time, but this time, because my room is so hot, I can do it. Yay. I am sweating right now. But yeah, he looks up this far, down that far. The hips are on a ball joint. Nice spread, thunder thighs. The knees are on a ball joint, but they act more so like hinges. As you can see, the lower leg is on a ball joint as well. And the ankle is on a ball joint, and the tail, each segment is on a ball joint, 9 joints. So as you can see, it's really nice and very fun to pose. You can even get that S shape. So yeah, lovely tail, lovely articulation. Much better than the last figure I had, which was the King of the Monsters version. Excellent articulation. We get some accessories. So first up here, we have a look at the Atomic Breath. It is quite long. As you can see, it is basically 7.5 inches. So that is quite a long Atomic Breath piece, but it's very nice. Have the spiral look going. Some of the spirals here have an icy blue, while the rest of the piece and the main body is a dark blue. You can see the translucency there. Looks lovely. And if you've seen Godzilla's Atomic Breath in the Monsterverse films, it's like a spiral, but it has the white center. And I feel like that'd be hard to do in a 3D design. So I'm happy they did it this way because it still looks good and it still looks very nice. The head here, basically no tongue. You can plug the Atomic Breath in there. Very nice. Same sculpt, same paint. Glossy eye. Very nice. Glossy pupil. I love that. And then we have a neck piece here to look all the way up to recreate an iconic King of the Monsters scene. So to do that, all you gotta do is murder Godzilla. Wow, that was easier than I thought. As you can see here, it's a really long ball joint, and you just plug the head in there, and there you go. Very nice. So like I was saying before, you could just plug in the Atomic Breath into this guy, but it'll actually stay in there because there is no tongue. So you can get him to shoot it looking down, you know. So there's that. Or you could make the head look up, and you could just plug in the Atomic Breath as so. And there you go, recreating a King of the Monsters scene. Even though this is a Godzilla versus Kong figure, still looks great. So I wouldn't recommend doing this because I don't know if the beam can warp or if it'll stress the joints, but I just recommend you don't keep him out like this. But it does look very nice. I do like how it looks. It's a very nice appearance. Great accessories. I believe Hiya's Godzilla is available online everywhere. Hiya Toys, Entertainment Earth, Amazon, and Big Bad Toy Store. And they usually go for around the same price. I got mine on Big Bad Toy Store for $50.99. Totally worth it. Very nice. So to get into size, he is basically 7 inches tall. We'll do some size comparisons right now. And as you can see, he is much taller than your average 6-inch figure. And he is quite tall. He's a big boy, very big and heavy boy. But this being softer material than my last Godzilla, he is a lot lighter, not as heavy. So at least that creates a little bit of a difference. So yeah, there he is looking nice next to everyone. Here he is next to my other Hiya Godzilla. As you can see, the spines on this guy all came out warped when I got him, but this guy is perfect. Absolutely straight. I love that. So yeah, you can actually see the differences. More black, more gray, more peach, more white. The Atomic Breath look. He looks very lovely. I like that. Between the two, I like the Atomic Breath one more just because he moves easier, and I like the Atomic Breath look more, but this guy is still lovely. Overall, they're very nice. The comparison you probably all were waiting for, Hiya versus Monster Arts. Like I said in my previous video, your money is yours. Don't let anyone tell you what you should or shouldn't get. Whichever one you like more, whichever you like the articulation more of, the sculpt, the paint, which one is more affordable, which size you like more. I say it's up to you. So yeah, I really like them both though. Despite liking both though, I do like the Hiya more for the accuracy, but I like the colors on this guy so much more. But translucency and metallic, I love both those things. So kind of hard for me to pick a favorite, but I think I do like the Hiya one more. With my review over, is this Goji worth picking up? I say definitely. I don't have the first version to compare him to, and I don't know if that one is technically better than this one, but the reason I got this one instead of version 1 is because I love the translucency more. And I just think he looks nicer. The clear blue spines with the centers being completely white just looks so much more cooler to me. And the glossy eyes, the blue mouth, and he still has that natural earthy look to him with the grays, the peaches, the browns, and the light gray dry brushing, I think just makes this figure look absolutely fantastic. It makes him look alive, and I must say I am not disappointed at all. I feel like Hiya has been getting better and better with their figures, and I think this shows it because the softer material allows for better and more fluid articulation. I recommend picking this guy up, especially if you don't have a Monsterverse Godzilla, because he will fill your shelf nicely. Absolutely beautifully. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.